Hey Hearts, we are back with the next part of our interview with Dr. JLynn. We're going to keep going with the questions. She's provided us with some valuable, and powerful information, and I just can't thank her enough for that. And so we're just going to go right along and keep the ball rolling. Moving right along, I want to ask you, what was the starting point for your business? I wanted to know kind of what was like the day that you said, okay, I am Dr. JLynn. I am starting my business full force. This is no longer, a side hustle or a pie in the sky idea. This is a tangible thing I am doing and I'm sticking with it. Like, do you have that kind of moment or that point for your business?
I never felt so certain about my direction and what my focus was until the current business that you and I are both in and with Legendary Marketer. I never had the focus that I had with this company. Their educational system is second to none. And their CEO, Dave Sharp, this man has been through so much in his life as he was younger, growing up, and he's got such a story to tell. And then the last 10 years that he has spent developing his business and his organization, his company, all of the people that work with him, I said, you know what? This is my business home. There was no doubt about it. I don't need to look anywhere else. They have everything that I'm looking for and even more. Even more with all the different offerings and educational packages they have. I can just keep learning and doing and trying new things and to be able to hone my skills. It's unbelievable.
So that was your starting point, starting with the educational system that we both did. Awesome.
It was where I really cemented and had no doubt that I know where I'm headed now. I know what I'm doing. In the past, I was still trying other things and thinking other things, even when I was working, learning from these other companies and businesses. But with this one, I said, no, this is it. It had every piece of the package that I needed and was looking for.
Oh, that's great. I felt the same way with mine. Like I say, I started my business, the day that I signed up for that program is when I started my business because it launched everything from there. It's just such a powerful program. And I feel like everyone needs that. Everyone needs a starting point. And I'm so glad that you found yours, especially after all the searching. When you're wandering the desert for so long, sometimes you'll give up hope and you just never think you're going to make it to the promised land. And then finally you do, and you're just like, oh, I made it. All of it was not for nothing. We're doing this.
Right. Yeah.
It's
absolutely. And the thing is, Samantha, the wonderful thing is I knew I was never going to give up. I knew that. No matter what, I will be on this trip for the rest of my life if I have to. And I will be in the desert for the rest of my life if I have to. I knew that, but thank goodness that I didn't have to be in the desert any longer. As of late July of this year, 2019, late July is when I actually had my revelation.
I love it. And it started, 3-4 years ago, right? That's what you said. You started looking 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, I think all of us can relate to that. I mean, my online journey started about the same 3 or 4 years ago as well. You start with an idea, you start scrolling through your feed, you see an ad, you see, a clip of something, you click, you sign up, you're on an email list, you're getting freebies left and right. Yeah. We've all been there. So I'm glad it's finally panned out and you've started, and it's moving forward too.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
So can you talk about the biggest challenge you've had in starting your business so far in your experience? Since you have started and you found the program and everything's, started, what's been like the biggest challenge or one of them? Because I know there's tons of challenges. Even when you finally make it and you finally find what you're looking for, it doesn't stop there. It's just the beginning,
Right. I just think I had so few technical skills that on the computer, as far as just simple basic things. I mean, I had to learn from ground zero. I truly did. And but I wanted to learn it. I was frustrated at times. And then somehow, you know how the universe will bring things to you to help you,
Mm,
whether you believe in a higher being and God or whatever you believe in that helps you in the universe. That happened to me.
mm.
And I was brought a great helper along who was a master and is a master at technology. He and I met actually at a conference in Vegas that we were both at for affiliate marketing, right, with a different company. And this was about a year ago. And we somehow he knew I was from California and he was from California. And we met up at the conference and started talking and visiting. And we have been online and meeting weekly, actually, because he's only about 20 minutes from me here in California. We meet weekly, we discuss things, we talk, we're partners, and it has been the change for me.
Oh, that's great.
And I would have to say to people, please do not dwell on what you struggle with. Please don't dwell on your challenges and think, oh, I'm going to get so much better at that. I'm going to make that be one of my strengths. You don't have to do that. What you have to do is you have to get support. You have to get help. You have to get people that are good at things you're not good at,
Oh,
that
yeah.
will complement your skill set. And then you
Yeah.
can move forward with the things that you're good at. Don't keep spinning your wheels. So, yeah, Jonathan knows. He knows how wonderful he is and how much he's helped me. And you've met him, I think, in our little group we have on Facebook
I
too, where
have.
we help each other, support each
I
other.
believe his channel is Data is Amazing, is his channel.
Yes,
I do believe
that's
so. So
right.
if you want to meet Jonathan, he does some awesome videos about
Yes,
just awesome data. Like
yes.
I was watching one video about NASCAR history, and I never knew anything about NASCAR until I saw that video, and I knew more about NASCAR in that video than I ever knew in my entire life. So definitely go check out his channel as well. He's got some really cool videos on there. Data is Amazing for Jonathan. Yeah. And that's great. What you mentioned is so important. I actually did a video today, a very interesting video about just what you're talking about, like community. It's really about building your community, finding your tribe of people. And it's so great. It's such a blessing that you can have that online and, as in your case, offline as well, because it's just so invaluable to have somebody in your space that's doing what you're doing, because no one really gets it unless they're really in the trenches where you're at, you know. Your family, your friends, they can have some ideas, they can support you, but they really don't understand what you're going through. But another marketer does. And it's so great to have that. And I'm so happy that you've been able to have that, and encourage anyone who's watching this, if you don't have that community, find it. There's Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, the marketing education group that we're a part of. Again, the links in the description box down below. Check that out. You really just need people in your life, whether it's online or offline, that are doing what you're doing and get what you're doing, because it's valuable
support
for sure.
Definitely. And feel free to reach out to Samantha and I too. I mean, we're here to support you. And if you comment, in fact, if you comment on her video down below, she'll find it, because she reads every comment in every video that she makes. And she will find it and she will respond to you. And she would love to connect with you. So you have got a super person here. And I'm so glad that I've met Samantha, because telling her how excited I am that she just will learn a new concept and she takes off with it. She's just on fire. She's just like a rocket ship. She just goes with it. And I said, oh, I love that trait about you, Samantha. So thank you so much for that.
Appreciate it. I'll definitely link my fan book page down below too. You can DM me everything. All my social media handles are Create a Heart 101. You can follow Dr. JLynn on her fan page on Facebook, which is the Internet Business Inspiration. You can message either one of us. We're all about communicating and promoting this community. So definitely take action. I think that's a big thing. And Dr. JLynn is proof of this. You got to take action. I always say imperfect action is better than no action, because with no action, you're not going to go anywhere. At the very least, with imperfect action, you make a mistake, you know what doesn't work. You still learn something. If you don't do anything, you don't know anything, and so you can't move forward.
That's right. And for all of you viewers that are perfectionists, as I have been most of my life, uh, please know that you don't have to be a perfectionist with this. It is truly fire, shoot, and then aim in this business. You don't
Yeah.
you don't aim and take your time to plot it out. You don't do that first in this business. And it took me a while to figure that out. And it also took me a while to get over analysis paralysis, because I love to analyze things. And I love to go point by point. Okay, what happens with this, with this, with this? You don't do that. And also, for those of you that are new to computers, and some of you are just like I was, it's intuitive. Using a computer is intuitive. I'll tell my husband that I did this. He said, "Oh, great. How did you do that?" I said, "I don't know. I just kept pushing buttons till I figured it out." And that's what it is on the computer so much. And I had to get over the fact that you don't have step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. It is intuitive. You just go back and you figure it out again. So it's just changed myself and the way I learn and think in so many ways. It's been awesome.
Oh, that's great. Someone definitely needed to hear that, because analysis paralysis is a real thing. It stopped me for a long time too. I was trying to look for like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it was just like, no, you just gotta go and make mistakes and then fix it along the way. You just gotta keep
it. Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's how all the gurus did it. I mean, they might seem like they have it all together now that you're watching them after the fact, but when they started, nobody knew who they were. Nobody cared who they were. They didn't have any kind of following, any kind of platform. They built it from scratch, doing exactly what we're doing now, you know, and it took off. It takes time, but it takes off. And that's huge.
It does. It is huge. And, you know, Samantha, another thing that I have realized is that so many of these people, and it seems to be a lot of guys, that have these successful, I mean, really successful online businesses, they came from really tough beginnings. I mean, they had tough lives. Some of them didn't finish high school. Some of them, I know one that had a mom that had a disorder that he had to take care of her all the time. And, you know, they struggled. A lot of them came from poor backgrounds. So they have had struggles in their lives, and they have come so far. And I think a lot of that push is that they never want to go back to what they had before. They don't want to ever go back and re-experience that. And so they've had this push, and they also have really strong whys. You have to figure out why you want to do this business.
The why is important. I feel like the why, I will say, was the hardest thing. I had a mentor before I even found online marketing through the program that we're in now. I did multi-level marketing with a fire safety group. I tried to be a real estate wholesaler, which is way harder than the gurus make it look. But I met a mentor in the real estate industry, and he was such a blessing because he laid that out for me. He was like, what's your why? You're doing all this stuff. You want to do a lot of stuff. You have these goals, but why are you trying to achieve them? And it took me a really long time to flesh out my why. And to be perfectly honest, it's still evolving. Like, it's still changing. Like, I have the idea in my head, but I really, you know, fleshing out the why is a process, because as you change, your reasons change, you know, your goals are changing. And it's a process, and it's okay that everything's still in process. You don't have to have anything set in stone. Actually, businesses who are set in stone end up going out of business because they don't evolve at all, you know, and the world's constantly changing. So, it's okay to keep, you know, evolving and changing and just going with it. You know, you just got to keep figuring it out, and it's all right to do that. So thank you for that, Dr. JLynn. I appreciate that. So we're going to take just a brief pause right now, and we will see you in the next part of this video.